know yet? Because
I plan on being there.
I've got Dungeon of Doom. Oh, good. I've got Dungeon of Doom on speed dial, and just waiting on Klondike Bill's time. So
I plan on being there.
I told him I thought it'd be around 3 or 4.
Yeah. It's 3 at the very earliest, 4 at the latest.
Yeah, very good. What else hit? Well, we'll talk about it. Yeah. I told him as soon as we get out of here, I'd let him know. So here we go. Very good, boy. Feel like we ain't done this in a while, my buddy.
Yeah, it's been a bit. Seems like we've been on the road doing a live one for the last 6 months.
Oh my gosh.
We've already expended our hour. Now we have to come up with new material.
Planes, trains, and automobiles. Poor Vicky's car ain't never drove like
that. That car's fast and good.
Oh, buddy. I'll tell you in a minute.
Okay, all right. Here we go. It's okay.
I want to tell you, I appreciate you letting me in here.
Oh, thank you.
It was good.
Thank you so much, buddy. Thank you.
Bye, George.
Bye, sweetie. Bye.
That's how I
That's a first.
That's okay.
Do we have to have security? Okay.
Yeah, but we might have to. See, like we've already taken the hour out on the road. Now we're over. Sam Kinison.
I loved him.
Sam Kinison is not going to sell out arenas now. So.
I loved him.
We were just doing an hour of the comedy store.
If I'd have planned that, it wouldn't have happened. Okay.
Right. Now we're going to get
People
serious.
just trying to attack us.
That's okay.
Here, the monkeys had that much trouble. We got that trouble. Okay.
There we go.
Here we go sleep. Lift my head.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of Dad, You Don't Work, You Wrestle. You hear the claps. You know what time it is. You hear the people talking in the background. George, how was your weekend?
Buddy, Bullet, unbelievable. This probably needs to be on Cinemax. This was such a weekend.
Maybe Showtime Extreme.
Maybe Showtime Extreme. This cannot be given out free anymore. Bullet, let me tell you something. Unbelievable weekend. We're here at Dad You Don't Work You Studios in North Pole. Might as well say North Pole. Yeah. Snow, ice, everything else. Again, I thought we left it in West Virginia. It followed us, Bullet. It followed us, but we are here tonight. So glad to be here, Bullet. Thank you for a great weekend. I could not, buddy. I would have went AWOL and killed everybody if I didn't have you there. But what a great weekend, Bullet. It was just an amazing time. A lot of last-minute decisions had to be made. Bullet, like you said earlier during the week, I wish we could have filmed that weekend.
Yeah.
We blowed plane, trains, and automobiles right out of the water. I'm going to tell you that. Just an unbelievable weekend. Of course, Bristol, Tennessee sold out 2,000 people. Bullet. Yeah, it's so funny that when I say 2,000 people, everybody's saying, yeah, right, George, you're really stretching this. But 2,000 people in a middle school, I think it was.
Yeah, it's the biggest middle school I've ever seen before in my life.
Biggest middle school in the world.
And it was huge auditorium. And it was just as big as the Bluefield Armory.
It sure was.
And like they had both sides of the bleachers filled up in Bristol. I was blown away.
Unbelievable. 2,000 people. Of course, Ric Flair, Ricky Steamboat, just a great, and one Rick Steiner wannabe lookalike. Actually looked more like Rick Steiner and Rick Steiner. But so we unloaded, got the ring down. Coldest I think it ever been with us taking a ring down.
So cold. Like I no lie, I almost just walked. I almost got in the ring truck and just drove home because it was so cold without the ring in it. I don't know what to do with this.
They can have it. This is a very true story. First time I touched that steel, of course, we had gloves. We
yes,
thought ahead a little bit.
I went ahead and bought some gloves.
Yes, you did. My glove actually, believe it or not, and I told a couple of students tonight, the glove actually stuck to the steel, Bullet. First time. And you could just put your hand in and out of the glove that was on the steel. Just unbelievable. But we did it, got the ring down, got out of there. Of course, we loaded up, headed to our next destination, Bluesville, West Virginia. The next day, of course, the bottom fell out. Blizzard. I'm talking Rudolph. You know, when I'm talking about when the guy with the beard is in that little castle, I mean that little log cabin, that one scene, and Rudolph's in there. Yes, I loved him.
Waiting for a Bumble to
show up. Exactly. I'm talking about Rudolph Red-Nosed Reindeer Blizzard.
Yes.
That's what I'm talking about, Bullet. So
you could be Yukar and Cornelius.
Yeah, so I love that, Bullet.
I'll be the guy trying to be a dentist. Look about the same.
Oh, yeah. Same look, Bullet.
Yeah,
okay,
look.
all he wants to do is be a dentist. I love that, Bullet. Very Christmas.
I definitely wanted to be a dentist after this weekend.
Very Christmas edition-ish here we're adding, Bullet. But anyway, so, and I want you folks to know, last-minute decision, we're on our way to Bluefield. The higher-ups called, just worried about the fans, stuff like that, the conditions and stuff. The show was postponed, not canceled. It was postponed until the next day.
Yeah, and then the roads were bad. But we were roughing it.
We were roughing it.
We were doing it, and I will say this, though. When we went to the show the next day, there were some windy roads there that were pretty rough, even after being removed 24 hours later.
They were.
So maybe it was the best decision. I still think we could have done it and got in and out, but maybe hindsight
yes,
2020.
yeah, exactly. And folks, let me tell you something here, fans, all of you fans of Dad, You Don't Work, You Wrestle TV. Listen, if you think planning a show and running it's bad enough, plan one and get ready to run it, shut it down, and then have to...
Calling it like an audible in the middle of a blizzard on the road with a ring truck.
Exactly. When the coach is standing over like Tom Landry did in that Cowboy game, going, no, 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 when Danny White called an audible and threw an interception at the goal line in one of the Super Bowls.
Oh,
just to throw that in there.
Tom Landry hated when they called audibles.
And Tom Landry, no expression, but like me, no expression, but he was expressionist.
Yeah, you and Tom Landry would have gone along together.
Oh, yeah.
If Tom Landry could find a way to play a game without players, he would have done it.
Oh, that's exactly right. Oh, I love that.
If he just would have little X's and O's out there, he would have loved to
Folks,
play
listen
that.
to me. The show was moved. Of course, you're dealing with Nature Boy, Ric Flair, Ricky Steamboat. You're dealing with Kevin Nash, dealing with all these big people. Folks, the show was moved, like you said, 2 o'clock, Sunday afternoon, Bluefield, Brushfork Army. What a tremendous show
and
that
was. And it was remarkable, and I didn't realize later, we were wondering why it started so early, but it made sense because a lot of those people were flying out the next day.
That's exactly
so
right.
The reason why they had the show start at noon is everybody still made their out flight.
That's exactly
so they
right.
probably saved them a little bit that way.
I'm telling you, if you think of an air traffic controller having to guide airplanes at mid-air collision, if he's not on top of it, that's what we all felt like, Bullet.
Yeah.
Because one thing, you cancel one, everything led to another.
Because the next day, on that Sunday, the ring had to go to Winston-Salem.
It sure did.
So there's a conflict right there. Luckily, we knew somebody. We knew Stan Lee had
That's
a ring,
exactly right.
And then, of course, the crew was gonna. We decided that we were going to stay up in Whitfield, Virginia, which is only half an hour away from Bluefield.
Yep.
So we got dropped off at a hotel. We sent Caleb Conley and Joe LeDuc on down to Winston-Salem with the ring, and we waited in a hotel for somebody to hopefully pick us up.
Bullet, bless your heart. We were actually, and nobody said it yet because I will punch them and said, oh, what a life. Y'all got a life. Let me tell you something. When you're stuck in a motel room, basically, with just, we did see 1 or 2 good sports center things, the Olympic gimmick and stuff like that, where they beat the Russians. A couple good things. Rest of it is just, you just sit. And that's hard for both of us, Bullet. You feel like you're doing something guilty, basically. You really do.
Of course, it didn't help every time I was going to you. It was like, hey, George, I just want to let you know you would be in the ring with Jimmy Valiant right now. Hey, George, just want to let you know you'd be just finishing your match right now, and you'd be at your gimmick table. Hey, George, just want to let you know the last hole would be loaded on the ring truck right now.
That was a tad bit of salt poured into my wound over and over. But we survived. Ate a good little buffet up there, Bullet. We just did. We survived it. Got it all together. I want to put a shout out. She watches our show. Big fan of our show. Vicky, who always works my gimmick table. I don't never tell her how much I appreciate her, but I'm going to do it right now. She thinks I'm up to something. But she got us back home.
Yeah,
that's the whole thing.
She was our right back.
She sure was. We did. The ring truck was gone. We had no way back. And it just, we did it, Bullet. We did. I'm so proud of that weekend. And what's so amazing, this is what I'm getting at and we'll move on, is I think I shot you a text. You go through all of that. And you finally get home, and okay, you rest maybe an hour, 2 hours, and then you feel like you need to go again. Ain't that crazy, Bullet? That may be the sickness that Roddy Piper talked about in his book.
Well,
I don't know.
I didn't get that feeling because I was working on internet pay-per-views pretty much, and replays on that. Apparently, we've got a lot of problems, but we've got a lot of solutions right now, which I pretty much are starting to enact, and all the replays and all the issues that we had before are all cleared up. Thanks to me working, basically, I got in after all that weekend, and getting home at Sunday night, I was back up in the office 8 a.m., and I was working here till about 2 a.m. I was going to come back in at about 4 a.m. to get stuff done, but I decided to sleep. Sorry, everybody, if I had that 5 hours. I'll get the last one. But I was back in here at 7 a.m., everything was taken care of, and then I've been off. I've been filming promos, I've been filming interviews for my podcast, Stranger to Something Land, filming intros, I'm uploading footage, and then while all that's being loaded on the computer and this show's being uploaded on the computer, I'm going to go over, do cardio, come back over, do some editing, and I got to film some stuff tomorrow. So.
Bullet, listen to me. And I know everybody's out. They want to get Ivan Koloff. They want to get certain guys in the Hall of Fame. I understand that. But I think I may start a page. We're going to name a holiday after you. I'm just telling you right now, forget the Hall of Fame. Bullet, you just nobody understands. They really don't.
They can keep the Hall of Fame. Just put another zero. They know what's in my bank account. That'd be nice.
Yeah, you don't need no holiday. Just add a zero.
I just need to add a zero on a couple of checks, and I'm fine.
That's exactly right. And well, just a great weekend, Bullet. I appreciate you. We did it, man. Y'all even let me play Journey for a little bit coming home, so it was a good little.
I can't tell you as much as sometimes that irritates me. I can't tell you how comforting it was to know that we were on our way south and Journey was playing. I can't tell you how comforting that was.
I love that, Bullet.
It was comforting.
It was very. And to see
was like the Pavlovian. When I hear that, and I'm heading south,
that's right.
That means things are going to get better.
And then to see just a shade of that "Welcome to North Carolina" sign, and a little bit of snow. I love dirt. I told you, I'll never take dirt for granted, because up there you didn't see no dirt. You seen snow. So
you did when we woke up this morning.
I know. What the heck? Dang. So, with all that being said, great weekend, Bullet. I do want to put a quick plug in here. This coming Friday night. Big time, not big time wrestling. What the heck? It is. Well,
it is a big time wrestling event.
It is a big time wrestling event, folks. Friday night, Albemarle, North Carolina. Real close to Charlotte, North Carolina, Waddell Community Center. I think that's the name of it, right?
The E.E. Waddell Center.
Yes, very good.
On Wall Street there in Albemarle, North Carolina. Bell time 7:30.
Yes, very good. And of course, Freight Train putting big event. Freight Train Dynamite. Of course, Sonny and Cher gonna lace them up one more time together, Bullet. So it's just gonna be a great night, folks. Everything's gonna happen. I know there's a little bit of bad weather may come in. I think Wednesday or Thursday. I think the weather said, but Friday's gonna be nice. Of course, Saturday, I'll be headed up around Forest City. Of course, you're headed to the huge
Omega Championship Wrestling. I believe
show.
It's at Carrington High School. I just cut the promo on. I believe that's Carrington. I said it over and over again. But Durham, North Carolina, OmegaLives.com. All the information is there. I know they had a venue change, but it's just right across the street.
That's right. Hardy Boys, big Shane,
Hardy Boys.
Hurricane,
I think Mick Foley's there. Tommy Dreamer,
Mick
Luke Gallows, everybody. So it's going to be a big event. I think they're crowning their heavyweight champion that night. So if nothing else, come out for that.
That's right.
So
big event.
As big as it gets. And then when you say big event, that's where I'm going to be at next week. Is at the big event, the big convention, as well as Northeast Wrestling the day before, March 6th, Waterbury, Connecticut, Crosby High School. I heard that they're pulling up both sides of the bleachers there. So if they do that, there's probably going to be another 2,000 people at that show. And you got Alberto Del Patron is there, Matt Hardy. That's gonna Harlem Heat. That's gonna be a big event as well. Roddy Piper. It's gonna be a super big event. So
and now this is not the event where you had mentioned to me. You will be returning to wrestle the guy that you actually had your first match in. Now that's coming up later, right?
That will be coming.
I think that's exciting too.
On March 21st. Scott County Wrestling. I'll announce that as I get closer.
I just think that's.
I believe it's either the 20th or the 21st, but it's that Friday of that weekend of that month. Before that, even we have Queens of Combat.
Yes.
March 14th, the day after my birthday. Matinee show 2 p.m. So.
Folks, a lot of stuff going on here. I had a lot of emails about our training school. We train here on Tuesdays. Got a great school, folks. We put you to work. We got a great thing going on. With all that being said, before we get out of here, the idiot of the week. You can say, George, there's snow, there's ice. Is that what you're putting in the idiot bag? No, actually, we survived that. But I've been holding on to...
That was an easy fix.
That's an easy fix. I've been holding on to a couple of these people. Just real quick, we'll put two of them in the idiot bag this week. Okay, one, of course, is... I done made a big stink about it on Facebook, was the famous picture of me and Ricky Steamboat together. He's just beautiful. He's just a tremendous friend. Wonderful man. And for some guy to just comment on, it looks like George has a gut. And he even said, well, I thought George was in shape, but it looks like he's got a gut. So, with all that being said, his name was William. I don't even remember his last name. I remember the first name was William. William will go in the idiot bag because I do have a gut, but when you're looking at me and Ricky Steamboat, if you see my gut, you in bad shape.
I saw it. You have a sweatshirt on.
That's exactly right.
That's
the
most ridiculous thing ever. You have a sweatshirt on.
I mean, come on, buddy. Okay, no comment on Steamboat or anything like that. So anyway, William is going in the idiot bag. The other one is everybody's talked about it last month. folks, listen to me. AML ran there at Johnny and June's big show. They've got a special announcer that I pretty much want to punch in the head. And this is what's so amazing about our business is you had a lot of names, had a lot of guys in the dressing room. And this just hit me the wrong way. A lot of people say, George, you need to let it calm down. But we had full house, getting ready to start the show, just minutes away from guys that have just wanting a break, wanting a chance, coming out there to work hard, come through that curtain. And we had this ring announcer, okay? This ring announcer who basically said, ladies and gentlemen, fans, I want you to act like Ric Flair is fixing to come through that curtain. Now, boy, I've heard some stuff in my day, but you talking about deflating a dressing room. Me, personally, I could care less. I mean, I've made my millions and blowed them, okay? Except the ones in the mason jar. But I'm telling you, you had two guys getting ready to come out. John Schuyler had a lot of guys there that work hard, Bullet. I mean, Tracy Smothers thought it was the stupidest thing I ever heard. But the ring announcer, of course, and then what have I got to do? He can't get the last word. So before I throwed him in the idiot bag, I got the microphone and told him, you're even looking at a guy that lost to the Malkies. And then you're talking about Ric Flair, which I love Ric Flair. Ric Flair's not there. So everybody loves Ric Flair. We saw this weekend. 4,000 people came to see Ric Flair. So if you think Ric Flair's coming through that curtain and he doesn't, oh my gosh. So it just, I don't know, boy. It just irked me real bad. So I kind of put that ring announcer in his place. It's done with. So I've heard this week that he already has written a letter of an apology trying to make up to me.
Oh,
but
I thought you said he was writing something. I thought you said he was writing the promoter and writing an angle for you to do.
That he does want to do that. But listen to me.
Of course.
But listen to me. And he actually...
you can make him look good,
yes,
and then he comes out on top.
That's exactly right.
I love that about pro wrestling, and all these people like, hey, I got an idea.
That's exactly right.
Angle. And know what always ends up happening? We're the ones making you look good.
That's exactly right.
We're the ones that look like the idiots in the end.
That's exactly right. Because he actually,
I want to do an angle with you. I bet you do.
That's exactly. When I got on that microphone, of course, and just told
Ricky Steamboat wants to run an angle with you
right
now.
So I told him basically how stupid he was, and that was the stupidest thing I'd ever heard. Instead of him just realizing what he had done wrong, of course, he had another comeback. So when the match was over, and this really upset Tracy Smothers, when the match was over, you know, and I even got the win, instead of acknowledging my win, the announcer actually said, everybody knows that George South lost to Ivan Koloff in 5 seconds for the Mid-Atlantic TV title. What? Where the heck did that even come from? None of that was even true.
Ivan Koloff in the Mid-Atlantic
TV. What made me so mad if I heard this, it's done. I mean, I just think the guy's an idiot, and I'm putting him in the idiot bag, and so the announcer there, hopefully, he's going to come back, and I done heard that he wants to make up, but no, and he, you know, I like it when nobody's going to make up to me. You understand? It may be fun watching him try, but think.
It is fun watching people try. As a third party, it is fun to watch people try.
And so many more, Bullet, but we'll cut in on it. You know, the gentleman that came up to our show at the gimmick table this past weekend, you know, and this guy, I'm going to throw him in there too just for the heck of it. This guy walks up, Bullet, he knocks everything over on my gimmick table, true story, grabs a mask, and this is a grown man, puts it on, and him and his wife were giggling. And I went, a lot of people got to see that firsthand, Bullet. I went crazy on this guy. I mean, come on. He's, we don't get Tramon. I made a comment to his ugly wife. So it made me mad, Bullet. A lot of stuff going on this week, though. Him in the idiot bag. So we got 3 idiot bags. And one tip of the hat to the guy that come up. Remember the funny guy, heavyset guy said, do you remember 20 years ago in Matoka hitting the guy over the head with a microphone? And I said, yeah, of course. He said, well, I was that guy. I think he's wore that badge of honor for 20 years. Yeah. But I hit him in the head with a microphone. So, a lot of stuff.
So maybe there might be a ring announcer in Winston-Salem that may come up 10 years later and say, hey, remember I was that idiot announcer that you put in the idiot bag and you hit me over the head with a microphone.
But the line of the night, Bullet, again came from you. Is that I still laughed about it all day today. Is when you said some of the stories that I've told you, they're kind of unbelievable.
Yeah, like
at the time. But
you've told me about the story about you hitting the guy over the head with a microphone because he did something a little George.
Yes,
and you went crazy on him, and you attacked him, and then you had to go to court.
And what's so funny is, Bullet, I don't know if it's bad as you or what, but they're coming back around. Yeah. And I love it because you're actually...
Well, that's the thing is, I was like, yeah, sure, tell another one of your tall tales. Just like the time that you got stuck in a blizzard. And then what happens? We get stuck in a blizzard. And then the next day, the people that pick us up, you tell that story
Oh.
again.
Oh.
And we just happen to be going by an exit that matches the description you were talking about all this time. And the guy that was with us goes, oh yeah, I remember that blizzard. That was 92, 93, which is about where I would have placed the story.
It's really.
So you're not full of crap, George. You're not lying to me.
It's really killing my gimmick lately.
It is.
Okay?
There are some
Because,
people that are really mad to know that there's facts behind what you say.
I know, and that's going to kill the gimmick of George South being full of crap. Because there's actually people coming forward and even admitting to being hit in the head with a microphone. So, a lot of stuff going on. Thank everybody, Bullet. And I'm not bragging about this because you know how appreciative and thankful I am to the people. But to be able, Bullet, I was one book shy of a whole case of books that we moved this weekend. And I'm so proud of that. I'm so proud of the people.
One book shy of a full case.
That's that's good.
That was a good one.
Oh, that's good. I'll shut up.
Those improv classes
they're
really starting to pay off.
They'll be here filming your improv class right here. I'm just telling you. So thank you for everything, Bullet. I'm so glad. Bullet, just forgive me for going a little bit long tonight.
No, that's
just
okay.
got a lot of stuff
we owed
going
it to
on.
him. We missed last week
We
with
sure
the
did.
weather, so we had to make it to him.
We sure did. So thank y'all, folks. We love you, and see you at the matches. Okay.
And that's true. And like I said, George still has one more book available. It still can go in that case. So, and it is available at highspots.com if you want to know more about our adventures, being snowed in and having a postponed highway run. Follow me at Man Scout Manning.
Yes. Very good. We are one book shy.
You're darn right we are.
Thank you, boy. Good job.
There we
Good.
go.
Very good, buddy. Very good. Whew. We are one book shy. Bullet of a case.
Yeah.
I'm going to start using that.